All right, in this video, we're going to go ahead and create ourselves an instance group. So an instance group allows us to ensure that we have a certain amount of instances running at any given time, and that if instances are, if utilization goes over a certain amount, it will spin up new instances, or it can repair damaged instances if you have health checks attached. And notice we have three. We have stateless, stateful, and unmanaged instance groups. Stateful is going to be for databases because those instances have data on them. So they have to be managed a little bit differently. As you can see, there is different information here for it, but we'll focus on stateless. I'm going to call this stateless here, so we know what we're running here. Then we will make sure we have our instance template, which just has a simple Apache server on it. Down below, notice we have single and multiple zones. I'm going to stick with single zone right now, but multiple zones would make sense if you want multiples of these running. Now, the thing is that you might, depending on what you set here, so like if you have it set to multiple zone, you have 1 to 3, it's going to have one running in every single one because it wants to have at least one in each zone. And so I just want to make sure that I run the least amount. And so I'm going to do single zone for this so that we start with 1. But here we have the maximum number as 3 instances. I'm going to leave the CPU utilization alone, but notice we could scale this based on the queue and other information here. We can turn on predictive auto scaling, but we don't need this here. We have an initialization period of 60 seconds, so 1 minute before it's ready to serve. That seems fine to me. We can tell it how to repair, but I think this would require us to have a health check. We're not going to create a health check in this video. We're going to go and proceed and create this instance group. So what I want to do is I want to see if we can trigger this to spin up other instances. So we want to first confirm that there's only one, right? We want to know where do we monitor CPU utilization. We'll go to the machine, we'll install something like a stress tool, and then we will check that. Now, instance groups will show up here, and they will eventually show up here under the VM instances, but sometimes there's a bit of a delay. So if you don't see them, just go here. So we have 0 to 1, right? And we should see 1. So it's telling you exactly what it's trying to do. I'm just going to open up this other tab here so we can kind of look at some other information while we're here. Right, so I think it's already ready. We'll go back and give this a refresh. There we go. And so we have 1 instance, right? So the idea is that we want to see CPU spike. And over here, because it was spinning up a new instance, right? But we have we want to be watching this information, right? Because this is going to determine if new instances are going to spike, right? So what we're going to do, go to overview here, or sorry, back to this tab here. I'll click into the first one, same page. And what I want to do is I want to go in here and SSH in, okay? So we'll SSH in, we'll install a stress tool, and from there we will figure this out. So we'll give that a moment here to connect. We'll hit authorize. We'll type in sudo apt update, sudo apt update. Sudo apt update. You got to type it right if you want it to work. If you don't do this, it might not install in the next step here. Sometimes that happens. I'm in the habit of not doing sudo apt update, but because I had a few labs here where they didn't install, now I'm getting back into a good habit here. So it shouldn't take too long for that to install here. Okay, so let's continue on here. So I want to install sudo apt install stress. I think there's a newer one called like ng, stress ng, but I haven't ever used it. It's supposed to be better. But if the old one's working, I don't see any reason why we need to change that. So we're just giving that a moment to install. I thought it'd be a lot faster than that. I'll just pause here till we're done. Okay, so this is now installed. If we want to see how many CPUs we have, I think it's like LCPU. And if we scroll on up, it should tell us that we have a certain amount. So we have CPUs 2. So that's going to help us when we want to determine how many we should run. So we're going to do stress CPU 2. We're going to time this out for 60 seconds, right? I just want to make sure as we do this is going to go up very quickly. So I want to make sure that I'm monitoring this. So I have this tab open, and oh, I haven't even done anything, and another instance has spun up. Okay, so maybe just by installing that other one, it already triggered one there. So let's go back over to here and take a look. Can we see any information here? Let's give this a nice hard refresh here. See if we get any history. And we'll go back to monitoring. Yeah, so maybe when we were doing that install there, it exceeded, because we are running a very small instance. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead here. I'm just going to delete this one, right? And this, I think this was the original one. If we click into it, we should be able to observe it, assuming this was the first one and not the one we just did. Right, and so totally possible that just that install alone, because again, we're using the smallest instance, caused that to spin up. Though here it is trying to spin it back up, because notice the target running size is 2 right now, right? So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can edit that back down to the value. No, I can't, not easily. We'll go back over to here. Okay. And we'll just give that a second, 1 second. And now we literally have too many instances. So we haven't even ran the stress test, but I guess that just was enough. That was enough to do it. So this is not going to really work, this test example we have. And so maybe this is where we should update the instance template. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to edit the instance template. We'll go into here. I guess we can't edit it. We have to create a similar one. So let's go ahead and create a similar one. And all I'm going to do here is choose something with more resources. So that is good. I need something larger. Let's go to standard. And maybe we'll do one here. This is obviously a lot more expensive, but it's still under. I'm going to make it a little bit larger. I'm just watching the amount here. If you're uncomfortable with this, don't do it, but this will be 30 cents. 30 cents an hour. I'll go back to a 4 here, a 4-core one. And so I'm hoping, yeah, 15 cents an hour, that this one will be a lot more predictable. So I'm going to go ahead and create this as what size did we use? We used a standard 4. So just a standard 4. And we'll say Apache Web Server. So obviously a lot larger, but again, I just want to make sure that we can reliably test that out there. So we'll go back over to our instance group, wherever it is here, instance group. I don't think we can swap out the instance template, but we could try. I don't think we can though. Well, let's see what happens. So go here. Yes, we can. Okay, so we'll drop it down. We'll switch to this one. The template applies only to newly created VMs. After saving these settings, recreate the instances using the existing template. Sounds fine to me. I'm going to set this a lot higher. We'll say like 80%. I want to make it so that it's very hard for us to trigger, because obviously the one we set was just way too low. And again, if you are concerned about cost, just don't run this. Just watch me do it. We're going to go ahead and update this instance template or instance group. And I think it's updated. Let's take a look here. It still says 60% here. Did it actually take effect? Let's go ahead and edit it. If you don't trust it, go check. It's at 80%. So again, the UI might just be a little bit dated there, and it's misleading. So what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and remove these. See, because we can remove them from the group, but I'm going to go ahead and just delete them. Yeah. And let's see if they respin up or not. Yep, so it's being deleted. And so I'm hoping that we're going to only see a single instance spin up here, but we'll find out here in just a moment. But there's no, what's this? Update VMs. What's this? An update modified instance group. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to update the VMs. I just want to see the new ones spin up in place. Okay, so we're going to wait for this to settle. It is bringing in much larger ones than I want them to. But just a moment here. So while we have too many instances, I'm just going to hang tight here, because I'm just hoping that they decide after a minute or two to spin down. And so that's what I'm looking for, because obviously we have a lot of compute here, and this should just scale down, right? Because we can see our threshold is much larger, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to hang tight and see what happens, okay? So something that's a bit confusing here is that notice that our auto scaling is at utilization 80%. If we go into here and we go to monitoring, you'll notice that here when we hover over, we are seeing capacity and utilization. So we can see here's this capacity 30% utilization 20%. And then over here we have 60. So we have 30 because there was only, maybe at that one time there was only one machine. Yeah, so we go here, 60%. Okay, and so we see capacity is 60, utilization is 20%. So we still are really, really low overall, but we are still just waiting, again, waiting for that to spin down because my assumption here is that it's going to spin down here, but we have to get past that 60-second window, which we have. But yeah, I'm just waiting to see what happens. All right, so after waiting several minutes, there's been a change, and so notice that one of the VMs has been deleted. And so I'm just waiting for this other one to delete as well. We'll give this a nice refresh here. So yeah, you do have to be really, really patient here, but we'll just continue waiting, okay? All right, and now we can see the other one is deleting itself. So yeah, again, patience is key here. And now we only have one. So, you know, now the target running size is this. The status is still updating. I'm just going to wait and see what the status is. And then we will go into this machine, run the stress test, and maybe actually get more predictable results. But obviously those smaller instances are a lot more finicky, eh? And less than 10 seconds, I refreshed and it says it's ready. So now what we can do is we can go back into our instance here. We'll SSH in, right? And we're going to try to run that stress test again. And we're trying to trigger stuff to start. Now this thing I think has 4 CPUs, but we'll take a look here and see what we have. So we'll say sudo apt install stress, or sorry, sudo app update first. And we will run our update. Once our update is complete, there we go. We can go ahead and do the next step. So we'll be sudo apt install stress -y. Let's give it the -y flag so we don't have to deal with anything here. And we'll get that installed. And now I'm going to check how many CPUs we have. So we do ls CPU. I'm going to scroll on up. And here we can see 4. So we have 4 CPUs. So the command should be, I know it's stress. It's stress hyphen CPU 4, and then it's the duration. I can't remember the flag. 1 second. Let me go find it. Right, the flag is timeout. Okay, I was going to say duration, but it's timeout. I guess we could check the man as well. And so we'll set it for 60 seconds. We'll go ahead and hit enter. And so now that is running, and it should be stressing those out. The question is it going to stress them enough? So let's go over to our monitoring and see if we can see what's happening here. So, and it's still not even showing that it's spun down those other instances. You can see like it takes forever to get information here before we can see what's going on here, right? Because obviously we aren't running 3 instances, it's gone down, right? So just be aware that this stuff is a bit, you know, not up to the minute, right? Okay. And yeah, even here, it's hard to see like what is happening, right? But obviously our CPU usage is going up. I mean, it has to be, right? So we're going to go into that actual instance and take a look at the observability here on the CPU and see if we can see that information. So it's showing very little information, but we'll go over to here. And so it ran, and I'm hoping that that might have triggered one to start up. And it did, so we have another instance spun up. So hopefully that is a clear way. I wish I could show you a much more easier way to track the usage there. I think if we could run this in the background, then it would be easier for us to monitor the CPU usage. But right now, that's a little bit difficult. I wonder if there is a way. Can we? I'm going to go ask ChatGPT. Can you run stress in the background? Because maybe there's like a flag for it. Yeah, they just say ampersand, right? So I guess if we did that, we say stress ampersand. I didn't know that you could put an ampersand on the end there, but that kind of makes sense. And we do this. Okay, so I'm assuming it's running in the background, so check current CPU utilization in Debian. I'm gonna see if it can give me I'm just doing this off screen. Can we get a command for that? I guess it's just asking for top, that's true. Yeah, we'll just use top. And so we can see that they're running and we're seeing CPU utilization and it's maxing the utilization out. So yeah, it will absolutely make sure that it will spin up another resource. So that is pretty darn clear. I'm going to go ahead and close that out. So yeah, we successfully used a scaling policy. And I'm going to go ahead and just get rid of this instance group. But obviously we can explore other instance groups like the managed or the stateful ones. We could have converted this one, I think, over to stateful. I think I saw an option for that. If I can find our instance group, 1 second here. Right, so if we were to go into here, we can convert this and make it stateful. That's going to allow us to preserve the storage, but we'll worry about that in a separate video. I'm just going to get rid of this instance group. And yeah, just realize that no matter what the provider is, AWS, Azure, GCP, monitoring this stuff in real time is always hard and there's always that delay. So there's always a bit of, did I do it right? And so you just have to have a lot of confidence and patience, or be doing this every day to really keep track of it. It's not unusual to not know what's going on here, okay? But let's go ahead and delete that, and I will see you in the next one, okay?